Man, it seems like ICE is just pulling everybody over. I'm seeing clips from this from New York at a truck stop.
Thank you. Yep. This morning, ISIS is over here cracking everybody now. That's the I got checked to myself. They checking illegal aliens. So drivers, be careful. Anak terkait belum digi raptan gaste. Bas borlang ninke aya meninke asalam teroy.
Last month, we saw one at a Love's truck stop in Arizona. I mean, they are just not playing around. We got to get into today's video. What's going on, Mutha truckers? Before I get into this video, I did see the video we put out the other day about travel bans, and people weren't even worried about the travel bans. They were saying, and they were making fun of my hat, right? So Jenna washed it, okay, and so it has some brown spots in it. People are like, why do you always wear a hat? The truth is because, look at this. I'm bald. I'm, 40 years old. Started going bald when I was, I don't know, probably like 28. And then I cried from 28 to like 37. Maybe, and I got over it. But I have another older hat, but this one Jenna didn't wash, and so this one right here I think looks better, so just want to put that out there. But happy Thanksgiving. We've made it to Thanksgiving. I didn't think that would happen. I saw a lot of drivers that commented on what we talked about as far as that over-the-road driver that was on the road for the first time and wanted to make it home. And I was pleasantly surprised to see that there was a lot of drivers that said, get home to your family, don't miss the holidays, be out there. And, you know, the sacrificing isn't worth it, and you should be home with your family. And I thought that was good advice. You know, my advice was, hey, look, if you're on the road, you're on the road anyways, you're making money. Don't go home early. Right now, if you could get home a couple days before, that's one thing. But don't go home a day early and miss out on your money. That's all I was saying on it. And so I'm just pleasantly surprised to see some positivity out there. Want to start with some thankfuls. I'm thankful for all of you. Thank you for giving me purpose in life, and thankful for my family, and definitely thankful for my wife that puts up with all my bull crap, right? Mutha truckers, let's talk about this right here. Had some drivers send me this video. I saw it from different sources, some from, American Truckers United, saw some from other drivers emailing me from other influencers. Some look like just reshare channels. And so not sure who to give credit for this for, but just want to show a small snip of it. And it's just for educational reasons, right? A driver was out in New York, and the ICE was out. ICE, baby. They were out. They were at the truck stop. And this isn't the first rodeo, right? We've seen them do this at other states. Last month, there was a video caught where they did this at a Love's truck stop. So, when they kind of have this sting operation, they just kind of go for it. And this driver, what it shows in the short clip is he shows a passport, and then the ICE agent gives him back his passport and says, pretty much have a nice day. And so he was making a PSA to let all the drivers out there know to carry a passport. And then when you look at the comments, people are like, wait a minute, I never carry a passport. So what does that really actually mean? And so I want to get into this a little bit here, give you guys some of the ins and outs and when you might have to have the passport. And for the most of you, why you are confused by this and why you do not need one. This is what you need to know as an American citizen. Just got to know the basics, okay? So if you get pulled over in your semi truck or in this situation at the truck stop, and you're pulled over and law enforcement or ICE agents stop you, federal agents alike, you're required to give them two things. One is your commercial driver's license, and two, of course, your medical examiner certificate, and so these days that's in a system. So for the most part, you just have to give them your driver's license. The days of the little plastic DOT card for your medical examiner certificate, a lot of that has gone by the wayside. It's just in the computer anyways. So just your CDL. Right now, if you are a U.S. citizen, mind you, you are not legally required to carry proof of citizenship within the United States. No and ifs or buts about that. Presenting your U.S. passport at that point would be voluntary, but you don't have to do it. Now, here's the thing. If you are a lawful permanent resident but have a green card, right, and you're a green card holder, you need to have your green card form I-551. That is pretty much your required document. And federal law says LPRs must carry their green cards at all time. If you know you're a legal citizen, you've done nothing wrong, and you want to cooperate with the law enforcement or ICE agents, I would say, hey, that's probably what I would do. Some people would say, no, remain silent, don't say nothing. I personally don't want to make my life difficult in that situation. I know I'm legal. I know I'm here. I know I got all my right paperwork to be driving a truck in America. So here, boss, here that is, Hey, sometimes law enforcement doesn't even know all the rules. So if they go, hey, do you have your passport? Shoot, I never bring one with me. But if I have my passport, I would definitely give it to them and say, look, I'm good. So that I could just get on my way. And so I could go back to making some money, right? But so when is it mandatory for a truck driver to have their passport, right? Running international freight. If you are crossing the border into Canada or Mexico, you must have your passport or an equivalent trusted traveler card like FAST or an enhanced driver's license, and that is no exceptions. So, I know even on my driver's license, I have that real ID. So basically I have that gold star. So if you have a gold or a black star on it, then you should be fine. But for the most part, to need your passport with you is that simple. If you're running across the border into Canada or Mexico, hey, you need your passport. So, my truckers, I leave you with this. I'm not here trying to confuse you at all, but for the most part, if you're a legal citizen as a truck driver, you really just need your CDL, man. Yeah, back in the day, you need your medical card too, but these days, have it with you. But for the most part, it should be in the computer already, and they should be able to look that up, right? So, my truckers, comment down below. Tell me, how are you guys doing? Tell me, have you been stopped by ICE? Because they've been everywhere. I've seen clips from everywhere at this point, right? And so, my truckers, comment down below. Happy Thanksgiving. Love you guys. I appreciate you guys. And I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Happy Turkey Day.